3, 2, 1.
Yes.
That's welcome back, everybody, to your Gadsden Grand Line podcast. We're glad to be back. Me and Franky. How long has it been?
Dude.
You're about to super suit right now.
That's super!
It's been super long. That's what he's been trying to say.
Exactly, dude. I feel like you've been wanting more content.
That's right.
And I ain't gonna lie, hey, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
That's right. I come back with a mustache and he comes back with his gold chain, you know?
Right. Look at that photo. Look at that face. Look at that.
People, your host.
That's 6 month transformation right there.
That's right.
That's at least a year, right? You were 11th? Junior?
Yeah, that's probably 2 years ago.
2 years. Look at that. See? Okay, so if you're insecure, there's still hope because your body's developing. That's all it is.
I mean, I didn't look bad in that photo. Come on, man. Give me the credit where credit's due.
Voice of it. That's right.
We're ready.
Right.
Dripped out over here.
But I'm really excited about today's topic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is, as you can.
I mean, y'all read the title, and y'all can kind of see some of the stuff on the table right here. It's gonna be great.
I'll be honest. We've had this discussion before, so it's almost like we're trying to convert each other because. Yeah. Before he ever started the One Piece journey, he was trying to get me to watch Naruto.
Yeah.
And now I got him to watch One Piece.
So I got him to watch Naruto.
And so I'm close to finishing Naruto. I'm really close.
Yeah.
We just passed the.
He's in the war arc.
So I'm really excited to see how Naruto concludes. Yeah. But it's been. My life is better because I've watched Naruto. Even though this is the One Piece.
This is the One Piece podcast.
Grand Line podcast. But
you know what? Why not broaden our horizons and have fun talking about something a little bit different.
That's right. You know? That's right.
At the same time, talking about what we love, which is One Piece.
That's right. I mean, One Piece right now is fire, though. I'm pretty excited about it.
Just hit the table. That's my bet, everybody. All right. Well, we're going to start it off with just a fairly fun question. Which world feels more alive and detailed?
Ooh, which world? I mean, I know I'm One Piece biased, but at the same time,
I have to say One Piece.
I'm glad you had that opinion. Okay, hey, there we go.
Our first agreement. Okay,
hey, we start positive.
Okay,
hey,
that's
it. That's great.
I think the world for One Piece is just so broad, and there's so many just villages and people that you get to meet. Mm-hmm. You know,
the different races. But just
cultural differences.
I get excited when we arrive at a new island.
Yeah,
even when they pan to where the Revolutionary Army is.
Yeah.
That's one that Livy has been at, but at the same time, even those are fascinating and just.
You go to Water 7, it's like an Italian kind of culture, and then you go to Wano, which is more of a Japanese culture, so it's very diverse.
And the different countries, I think my favorite that's so unique, which even though maybe the art isn't necessarily as great.
Sorry, I'm drinking my Coke, guys.
Hey, it's that Franky color right there.
Hey, throw it back to Cooper.
Yeah. I think it's too today.
With political things, it's kind of like the world is moving around without the.
Hey, we've come a long way since episode 1, but I love Oda does go after real landmarks, and Zoe being an actual place here on Earth is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And he based Zoe off of that landmark.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Even though the arc may be not super cool, I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but
it's not my favorite.
I will say it's still the island is really cool. And,
I agree.
And the idea of it is literally a moving
unique,
island.
Very
unique. Very clever. I do love Naruto though. Out of the different villages, I feel like it's a little bit more plain.
Yeah.
But Leaf Village is still pretty cool.
The Leaf Village is cool. I like the Cloud Village in the clouds. I mean, that place is beautiful. The way they have mountains floating and stuff, really cool. Wish they showed it more in the anime, but
I will say even it's a little bit.
But you're talking about Killer Bee.
Yeah, Killer Bee, and the Land of Mist is kind of scary, but cool at the same time.
But they're so different. Yeah, I agree. One Piece.
Sure. And then also just. I feel like every island has its own vibrant life source.
Definitely.
It's not just, it's just really cool.
Not just one area of the world. It's multiple.
But even though, hey, that one may not be as close, Naruto is still fire.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying, you just have such a broad world in One Piece. In Naruto, it's it's Asia, basically.
Yeah.
You're in Asia.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
One Piece
versus
you get to see multiple spots. So, I mean, yeah.
And kudos to Oda for just honestly brilliance and
for sure.
And I mean, even just Fishman Island. That is, regardless of what
the arc is good. I like the arc. Actually,
the arc ain't as bad as people may think, but at
I
the
think
same
it's a
time,
big C tier arc.
Oh man, just that is so cool going underwater, and the way you have to get to it is so unique and clever.
That was cool.
And then
the way you enter,
the way, with the coding offside by Odie, and then also that being used in Whitebeard strategically used it to do a surprise attack on Marineford. So cool.
That was very cool. I agree.
Very, very cool. So, like I said, even though One Piece may win that one, there's still some Naruto.
There's still more to come. Don't worry.
So we shall see.
Okay, still talking about kind of the stuff here. Would you rather live in Konoha or sail the seas and live somewhere in One Piece? I'm gonna start us off.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna say Konoha because it feels more like home. It feels more like a village, a group of people that you can live with. One Piece, it's a little bit more dangerous. You have a lot more random evil people. Naruto, it's like you can train to have your powers. You can train and grow in strength. One Piece, it's kind of like you either get lucky, find a devil fruit, or you're kind of just hoping the military defends you.
Yeah, you're right. There's more. That's a good take. I didn't think of it that way.
So I don't know. For me, I'd definitely say
that's an interesting take. I didn't think of it that way because
ramen.
Hey, you're right though. Let me tell you now that ramen. But man, imagine if you were on the Baratie.
That's true too.
Baratie
would be good.
But at the same time, they're still dealing with that same thing you're talking about. It's you have to defend yourself. I mean, you have Arlong in the East Blue. You have
not just saying that tragedy won't happen.
It does feel like in One Piece, like there is no home. Like every island, there is a pirate either raiding it, you have bad Marines not defending it. So I didn't
like
even
Orange
think of
Town
that.
got taken out. Like those people
and
there.
It was such a good little town.
It was just a nice little village.
I didn't think of it that way, where it's an actual place to live. I mean, Fishman's kind of its own place, but at the same time,
I don't think it could live there compared to a nice leaf village.
It's kind of hard. Well, yeah. I think you might have for living purposes. I think you may be onto something. All the other island villages, I don't know. I think I'd take my chances in One Piece world, but I think you got something. I'm gonna. I'm in on this.
Agreement number 2.
Hey, look at that. Hey, well, that's it.
This is where the disagreement comes in.
Okay.
Ace's death or Jiraiya's death? It's.
So
in my mind, there's no debate. It's Jiraiya. The way he wrote it is so much better and more in depth.
Okay, let me hear exactly. Remind me what happened with it. Even though I just recently watched it, but why do you think it's all the things?
First of all, Jiraiya, who you've known from basically the beginning of the show, has always been there for Naruto. He's the mentor. You love him. He's trained Naruto to become the man that he is in that moment, and Ace is kind of just like a brother that is cool, but he's never really done anything for Luffy. He's kind of just always, been in the background. So up to that moment, I didn't feel as much for Ace as I did for Jiraiya for sure. And looking back at it, Ace kind of went back. Ace had the chance to leave the battlefield, but instead he went back to fight when Whitebeard told him, "I'm dying anyways. Don't come back." So basically, Ace just kind of killed himself. He did. It was his fault. So I didn't. And the way they died, Jiraiya's is way better. When he's reflecting on his life, he's realizing that he has hope in the new generation and the people he put his hope and passion into, which is Naruto. After Minato, his own student, had said it himself about what he's doing for his life. It's too good.
It's deep, but man, and I think you're right that there is probably a strong connection between Naruto and Jiraiya. I just finished a little scene where Naruto's trying to Sasuke, when they first have their battle, he's like, "You don't understand me." But it wasn't until Jiraiya's death where he felt like he lost a father figure and a mentor. Now he feels like he can relate to Sasuke. So yes, I do think that's important. But at the same time, just seeing the anguish that Luffy had after Ace's death, the man couldn't move. We saw tears in Naruto's eyes. We saw that he was there, but there were still other people in his life. He felt like he was done. He was, if it wasn't for Jinbei and bringing that back and helping him realize, but at the moment, he felt like he lost everything. And even though maybe, and I'm with you on do we fully understand the development of that relationship? Even there's post-war arc with Ace and Sabo and Luffy running around the woods as kids, sharing their dreams,
Which is my
living.
favorite, by
But
the way.
I do think it's interesting that Ace's death, I think, was more significant in the fact that it led to the time skip. It led to the realization that Luffy has to grow. He's nowhere even near to where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And Jiraiya's death, Naruto was already being developed by Jiraiya. Like, he was already being trained. And then also you had to think,
Well, I think Naruto's maturity is so much higher at that point.
at that point, and that might be just because of pacing. Like, One Piece is so much bigger.
I agree, but this is another discussion. But I
Yeah.
think still pacing. I think Naruto's still more mature at that point than Luffy is now, where we're at. I think Naruto's more mature beginning of Pain arc than Luffy.
I think, as of right now, I agree. I think Naruto is more mature. And I think as we get closer to the end, yes, I think definitely Luffy will get more mature. But it's also, it stems on the why. Why does Luffy have to be mature? He just wants freedom. Like Naruto, he is trying to become the Hokage and the leader of an entire village and an entire people. Luffy doesn't care about only but his crew. And that's why you finally see him being serious when it was his brother, someone he truly loved. Then he gets serious.
Yeah.
When any person that actually that Luffy get attacks, if it's someone that he really cares for, that's when Luffy actually turns it on. Is serious. He is mature. Makes actually somewhat smart decisions or leadership decisions.
Yeah.
Even if he puts his own life at danger. Like, I think of Sanji when he is literally doing like a undercover mission, even though he has no plan, but he still took on a chunk of, Lin Lin's family.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not moving until Sanji gets here. And I want him to know that I'm here for him. And that was a powerful scene just in that there. But I think I agree. But I think it's because of what the core purpose is.
Well, I agree with you in the fact that as a character, I think it affected Luffy more than it did Naruto, and it might have pushed the story forwards, especially up to that point. Like, One Piece needed that push. But Naruto, outside of affecting Naruto or outside of affecting Luffy, I feel like
the
actual death itself was written better, and I feel like it was a little bit more impactful because of how he put it into the next generation and put it into like the work of his life and what Jiraiya did as a person. Ace it didn't show what he did. Jiraiya lived, and it shows everything he did up to that point that impacted the world around him.
Yeah, the finishing of Ace is he's like, "Thank you for loving me," and it was a more selfish death.
It was
because, and I think I agree with that. But it's knowing though that he could have lived. He literally just remember. Jiraiya, he's dying, he's fighting. He was supposed to be doing like a recon mission on Pain, trying to get some intel and report back. Or maybe even try to defeat Pain. I think that's what was trying to happen. I can't remember what he was exactly.
I think he was
what he was trying.
Well,
to
he
do.
ended up getting attacked. I don't know. Like, they ended up attacking him. His plan was never to fight Pain, but
Just
I think
more
where
intel,
he
right?
got to, it was like, well, crap, I have to fight to survive. And so he was
right.
trying to get out. I feel
And he
like
thought he was, but didn't recognize what Pain.
he didn't realize what Pain was exactly. Yeah, but
Till it was too late. But Ace, he literally, if Ace doesn't do what he does, Luffy's dead. Think Ace jumps in front of Luffy and takes Akainu's punch, and it goes through his chest.
But they wouldn't have gotten there if Ace wouldn't have turned around in the first place. If Ace wouldn't have been like, I'm going back.
Man, that's just all of the impel down, all that moment, and even I'm just thinking of all the.
But it's not as much
emotion.
as you had with Jiraiya, though. The connection you had with Jiraiya, I feel like, at that
I
moment.
don't know, man. I'm just thinking of impel down and the entire like he Luffy's literally bringing people together. It's almost like a kind of a foreshadowing of how the ending of One Piece is. He's bringing all these people together to save someone. I don't know. It was good.
We'll agree to disagree.
I don't know.
I think it's for sure Jiraiya.
I do agree with the idea of it does kind of Jiraiya. They intertwine his purpose and it's a cool. I think it's a cooler death. I think it's a cooler death as he's fading off and he fights Pain, almost beats Pain. It feels like he's beating him, and then he doesn't. You could see the toad on the shoulder connection. That was cool. I just think Marineford and the whole, and then you got all Whitebeard. You got the old generation. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot going on, but I think the death itself is definitely better than Jiraiya's, in my opinion. I can respect the ace.
Hey, what do you think?
Comment section.
Because the more I think about when I think of Whitebeard.
Now, I know you're all One Piece fans. So.
I don't know.
So we'll see what happens.
To see, because when I think of Whitebeard coming on the scene, you got Luffy getting all these people from Impel Down, Buggy coming on the scene. You have this massive war. And then you have all for the purpose of Ace. Now, did Ace do something stupid versus Jiraiya, who's doing something cool?
Yeah.
The purpose of how it happens sucks on Ace's end. But the actual death and everything that gets to it...
It's better than Jiraiya's. It's so much better.
The way it happened. Getting to see Whitebeard. And
seeing him fade into the water and realizing that he did live his life for a moment there, he thought he lost hope. He was like, I lived my life for nothing. I am a failure. I messed up. And I didn't do a single right thing. And then he realizes that he put his trust in Naruto.
The purpose is definitely better on Jiraiya's end.
The death itself so much more meaningful.
I don't know. It's really beautiful. Both are fantastic deaths. Not agree on that one. We started good,
disagree.
But comment what you think.
All right. Oh gosh, who had more impactful mentors?
Oh,
I have to say Naruto. Kakashi, Jiraiya, Iruka.
So you got Silver's Rayleigh. You got Shanks, which he's not a very good mentor. He's honestly terrible. He just shows up and leaves. I think I might be with you on that one. I think
it has to.
Jiraiya is fantastic.
And the way it's written is more so. One Piece, it's more of the broad freedom, friendship, and this world. Naruto is more about the next generation and becoming leaders. So I feel like the mentor part is definitely
the key word. There is leaders, and leading well, and leading a new future.
Yeah.
One Piece there is a new generation, but they call it literally the worst generation.
Well, they're selfish.
They're selfish. They just want the One Piece. So I don't think they're necessarily becoming leaders. One Piece is definitely about a new generation.
So it's different
and old, but I think
mentor wise, it's written better in Naruto for sure.
Kakashi and Jiraiya are so good. They are so good, and even Toadman. What's Toad's name?
Gamabunta?
He's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's honestly good. Like, he's a good mentor.
You're talking about Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa Toad.
Yeah,
he's a good little mentor. Teaching him how to be a sage. So, yes, I agree.
I love Grandpa Toad, dude.
Think on. Rayleigh? Who else mentors Luffy?
The dude in Wano, with the blue hair, taught him how to...
Oh, yeah. What is his name? That's right. I forgot what his name was.
I forgot his name, too. But he was good.
He was good, but I'm not, like... Is there any?
I still put Grandpa Toad over him. Like, I love Grandpa Toad.
I agree. I think we're in. Yeah.
But like I said, different stuff, but still, I mean, Rayleigh versus Jiraiya.
Yeah, and
I have to go.
I think Jiraiya. Because Rayleigh's kind of mean to him. Jiraiya's like
did his purpose, but Jiraiya
got to know him.
He taught him to be the man that his father was never there to teach him to be.
Because the principles that Luffy lives by is really Shanks and Roger's principles. It's not Rayleigh's, right? And so I think you're right. Like Jiraiya, I was like Lily's dad. First, I don't even think it's close.
All right, so
I agree. Look at us, another one.
Look at us. All right, which story handles the themes of friendships better?
Friendships.
I'm going to say One Piece.
Okay. Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what I think about One Piece is that the friendships they have with their group is much more meaningful than Naruto's. But Naruto's living his life to get back his friend. Like, it's about his friend. But Naruto's more so about the next generation and becoming, like, the leaders and the men you're supposed to be in your world. So, I feel like it's just two different things. But One Piece focuses more on friendships.
Even when you go to Ace's death.
Yeah.
Why are they going there? Because they're a family, they're friends. They'll put their lives on the line. Whitebeard will come out of whatever and put everything on the line for Ace. And it's the same theme is over and over.
Yeah, and I think about after that moment, Luffy's thinking about my friends. I still have my friends to live for. That moment.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's the best. Literally my favorite thing about One Piece is that right there. The friendships, the backstory post-war. Where you realize that
you're telling me the One Piece is the friends you make along the way? Is that what you're saying?
kind of is. I don't know.
Well, I hope not. It's got to be more than that. But no. But I think you are right. The friendship. Oh, dude, I mean,
Yeah, I
even
love the dynamics
what
between
he goes for, what he goes through. I mean, just think about Nami.
Yeah.
Like that, just the original. Like
For
she didn't
sure.
even want to be on his crew. He's like, no, you're gonna be on my crew, and it's because
I've chosen you.
Yeah, and I've chosen you. And then you got to think of
Yeah.
even Sanji. He's trying to leave. You know, the only one that really left and kind of
Now Luffy might be dumb about making that decision. He might not be like all there in the head about the decision.
Yeah.
But he's doing it for the right reasons.
he's doing it for the right reasons. The only one that actually left was Usopp, and yeah.
Don't even get me started.
But he did bring it back. He did bring it back.
I still have not forgiven Usopp for that. 1,100 episodes later.
And just think about that. Usopp's friends with a ship.
Yeah. So definitely the friendship
So
for
yes,
sure.
go One Piece. Let's
Okay,
go.
One Piece, another one right there. Which series uses fillers
Hey,
for better
we
or
need
for worse?
We need a tally counter.
We do.
It doesn't
I'll put
really
one up
matter.
there.
To
It
be
doesn't
honest,
matter.
but still,
We'll put one up there real quick. Which series uses filler for better or for worse? All right. This one is something I've said from the beginning. Naruto has way too much filler, but you can skip it. One Piece's filler is entwined in the episodes to where you can't skip it, you have to watch it. So for me, I have to go Naruto on the fact that I can skip it if I want to. But if we're talking about filler itself, like the stories, they're both pretty even in my opinion.
how
Like
many
just
episodes are in Naruto? Remind me. Like, no filler. Like actual canon content.
Canon?
Like even if
400 and something?
Okay. Here's the one surprising thing.
I think.
If we were
400 and something?
comparing One Piece to Naruto
Maybe 500 and something.
to the equal amount of episodes, early One Piece before they catches up in Dressrosa,
Yeah.
One Piece beats that. But now where we're at now with Wano and Dressrosa, where you're getting a recap of an episode, and as it needs to be, because that's just how it's written, and it's caught up with the manga, and there's
Yeah.
issues there, and they're only doing what they can do because there's only so much content. I think currently, no, Naruto wins. I'd rather just skip these long dragged out punches that take 6 years, it feels like, and you get 7 different camera angles and different screen.
But I think it's been like that kinda for a while.
I think it started in Dressrosa, which was like 700
I thought it
episodes.
started in like Alabasta.
No shot.
You don't think so?
No.
That's kind of how it felt.
No. If you could skip just the ones that are legit filler, and you just watch the canon episodes, it's fire. The only time it really lags in the first part of One Piece, in my opinion, this is my opinion, is maybe that middle part of Alabasta, and then maybe a little bit in the ordeals in Skypiea.
I think in Alabasta they dragged it out, and you kind of see that in the
Because when they go
next few
to the
arcs.
island or the little island in the desert,
Yeah.
and then they realize, there's no water here. What are we doing? And that felt like it was like, well, that was kind of pointless. And then met the little otter,
Yeah.
with the boxers.
I have to say, but this honestly doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't.
It doesn't add to the story or hurt the story really. But I feel like Naruto, because you can't skip the One Piece one. You can't skip the stuff they add into it. There's lots of moments you can see like where they're kind of just walking and talking and doing stuff that they never do in the manga. And I guess that adds to the show, but in a lot of times they start doing stuff that takes away from the
I think
length of the.
I think I have a split
thing.
answer. I think my answer is up to Dressrosa. I think One Piece. I'd rather skip the filler of One Piece and just watch those 700 episodes. I think that's better. But, like when it comes to filler, effect.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But after when it hit Dressrosa and we get those 12-minute recaps, it's rough.
It's bad.
It's so rough.
Onigashima was bad.
Oh yeah, like Wano is just my goodness.
It took so long.
And even Whole Cake, got Big Mom screaming cakey, which hey, I'm a Big Mom fan, but after Dressrosa, it got
Dude, in the
rough.
manga, it's so short. And in the show, it literally is like maybe 10 minutes of 3 episodes of Big Mom screaming.
So towards the end of One Piece, I agree. I'll take Naruto all day. You skip that. I'd rather.
Or you know what? Just don't add filler. Toei,
Really
whoever-
good. We got some good advice over here, Toei.
If you reanimate Naruto, which I hope they do because it's too good to not reanimate, don't add filler.
It's going to be amazing when they reanimate. I have full faith they're going to reanimate Naruto.
Yeah,
and we
and
already
One
know
Piece.
One Piece is already in the works.
That's going to be so good.
When that happens, I'm so pumped. It's going to be
so
fantastic.
good. Yeah.
But that's my answer. My answer is before
I
Dressrosa, not One
agree.
Piece wins.
Which honestly,
after
it doesn't matter.
No,
It doesn't matter.
no. I'd rather take Naruto all day. But I will say the pace of Naruto, if you take out the filler and you're just watching 400 episodes,
much better.
It is quick, fast, to the point. The fights are better.
It feels like it flows better with what's happening.
Because even Alabasta and some of these things, it feels like it does take kind of long on an arc, but it's still really good. It's fantastic.
Obviously, it's still great, but yeah, I agree on that. All right, here we go. Which has more impactful deaths? Going back on deaths again. Definitely Naruto.
Yeah, because there's only 1 and 2 deaths in One Piece.
Nobody dies in One Piece.
Even when we think they should die. Well, how are they still alive?
How are they still alive? Yeah, but with the characters that did die, it's Naruto. I mean,
it's still
Asuma, when Shikamaru's realizing what he has still and that how he plans to go back and kill the person that killed him. So cool.
Naruto.
And there's some stuff he hasn't seen yet, even.
Yeah, that's true. Even Itachi's death, though. That was
Itachi's death.
Oh gosh, I'm so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It's peak.
It's so good
for sure.
Pain's death.
Pain's death was great.
I mean, and he
you realize he
sacrifices his life to respawn all of the leaf and bring back my boy Kakashi. Because if I'm turning out, Kakashi went down. I'm done with Naruto. Thank God
Kakashi,
he's back. He pulled
that best character in anime, in my opinion. I love Kakashi. Anyways, all right, so yeah, that one's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's definitely Naruto.
All right, this is where it gets difficult. I think we both agree. Who would win, Akatsuki or Warlords?
Akatsuki or Warlords?
It's so difficult because no hockey.
But
the Akatsuki have so many powers that could easily wipe out them if they didn't have hockey.
It makes me wonder. I mean, then you got like Water Guy in the Akatsuki.
Kisame?
Yeah, he would beat Crocky because of that. So you got that because Crocodile's nothing.
That's true.
Nothing without.
I don't know if you've seen this yet. He does this thing where he creates a big water bubble.
Big water, yeah, I saw it.
I feel like it'd be over pretty quick for that's
Crocky.
A great point.
So there's that.
They're also smart and they work together in teams. So I feel like the leader who at the time, maybe it's Madara, maybe it's Pain, would be like, hey, I need you to send you that way. You go that way. We're working together here. The Warlords would be like by themselves and selfish, maybe. You know?
It depends. Like, okay, Kuma. I'm trying to think who the Warlords. Dracula, Mihawk, Kuma. Dofi's interesting.
Dofi could take out.
But I will say the Akatsuki would work together.
Yeah, they would.
That's interesting.
They're more of a team.
They will actually work together.
Yeah, I came in here saying Warlords. Remember, I said Warlords.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know.
And then you got because there's only one.
My thing is Itachi could like wipe out a couple of them with his Sharingan.
I don't think Boa could simp him to death, so that's not going to work.
Well, the thing is, he looks at Boa, she looks at him. He's in stone. Boa's all of a sudden in a infinite Tsukiyomi where she's stuck fighting herself for the next 72 hours. Right?
That's rough. Yeah, that's right.
Because then maybe Itachi's down then, but then somebody else comes. There's 6 of Pain. There's 6 of Pain that comes in and takes her. I don't know.
I think I got Akatsuki.
I don't know. Now that I think about it.
I think it's Akatsuki because they actually work together.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
And the Warlords are all out for themselves. So because of that, they're only doing that just. Yeah.
Now, Doflamingo versus like one of the Akatsuki, maybe Dofi. You know.
Yeah, I think Dofi would be the toughest.
Dofi versus Madara, maybe Madara.
Hey, I'm
maybe Madara.
Moria. That's right. Hey, does Blackbeard count as a warlord? He was one for a second.
Oof, that's a great question.
Because if he did, that'd cause some thoughts because he's got the quake through.
What about Jinbei?
Jinbei, technically, he would too.
Jinbei would too.
Oh, could you imagine Jinbei versus Sharkfish Man for Akatsuki? What about that fight?
I don't know, actually.
That'd be wild because
he has multiple powers. First of all,
but he sucks up chakra, which that's not going to affect Jinbei. He don't have no chakra.
It's not going to affect Jinbei at all.
Like, the two different worlds would kind of conflict there.
They would.
You have to say instead of sucking up chakra, he'd be sucking up hockey.
But I don't think that'd work that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think make it make sense.
But
that would be a good fight.
The thing about that is Naruto, they have multiple abilities they can learn. One Piece, it's like hockey and a couple abilities within hockey. But it's not like diverse, like you can learn fire, you can learn lightning. If Kisame threw lightning in there with Jinbei, I don't know what Jinbei would do. So it's very conflicting. You can't argue about that.
I still think I got Akatsuki. They would actually work together.
Yeah.
All the other
Once I mentioned that, I was like, okay, well.
Once they work together, I think it makes a lot more sense.
I agree.
Madara is a big brain guy.
All right, so you're a big backstory guy.
Oh, big
we
backstory.
all know that.
Love a big backstory.
Nami, no, not Nami's. Robin's backstory apparently is what hit you the most, right? In One Piece.
Robin's my favorite. Robin's my favorite, but you also have Robin. Odin's backstory is so good.
Doflamingo for me.
Dophie's, oh gosh, so good.
For me, Doflamingo's backstory.
Yeah, Dophie's, Robin's, even Law's backstory is good.
Law's is
That's
very,
kind of
Law's is very
that mixes
good.
in with Dophie's too. So
for sure. Actually, yeah, that's what adds on to Dophie so much is because of Law's backstory intertwined. I didn't think about that.
It's so good. I think backstories. Oh, okay, what backstories do we got? We got the Itachi / Sasuke backstory.
In my opinion, that backstory is better than any One Piece backstory. For sure.
I don't know about that. No.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
No.
Itachi's whole story there is definitely a better story, better written. But overall, you have more backstories in One Piece that probably mean more.
I think overall, when you're just comparing, yes, but if you had to pick the best versus the best,
it's Itachi. For
I
sure.
don't know. What is the best One Piece?
Shisui, whenever he plans on suicide, and Itachi gains the power from him to be able to go out and wipe out his village, and it's like he didn't want to do that, but he was still told to do that as a soldier. So he felt conflicted between both worlds, family or my village that I want to protect.
I think
there's
good,
more to it.
There's no way. Like Robin's.
For me, it was so much more meaningful than Robin's.
I mean,
like,
it's kind of the same thing. Robin, that whole island was genocide. It's the same thing.
But it wasn't Robin who had to do it. It wasn't. Itachi had to go through so much pain, and he had to go through a whole life of people hating him, and he did that to himself. And in the end, he did everything to protect the village that he himself.
The thing about Robin, she didn't even do it, and everyone hated her because the Marines pinned it on her.
I know, but his own village hated him.
Everyone hated Robin except, and she thought she was alone in this world until Saul was like, she's holding on to that.
I think Itachi's is more, personally, but...
I don't know. I don't know. I think overall backstories does go to One Piece.
Yeah.
But 1v1, I love
I have to go
Robin's.
Naruto. I have to go Naruto with the 1v1s, for sure.
I don't know. Then you got Odin. Think about Odin. Dancing like a fool for all those years.
The Madara Hashirama backstory is great. Of, like, the old times, of, like, how the villages started.
I did like the Jiraiya backstory.
You'll see more of that.
The Jiraiya backstory is really good.
Pain's backstory is very good.
Yes. That kind of goes into Jiraiya's.
Yeah. There's some other great backstories in Naruto. Kakashi's backstory is huge for me, personally.
Have I seen that officially?
You've not seen it all, but
I feel like they're so much shorter than Naruto versus
they are
One
shorter.
Piece.
I don't know. They're both great, but I think Naruto has 2 or 3 that are more meaningful to me, but One Piece has more that are better overall.
Mm-hmm. I think, overall, One Piece has the better backstories. 1v1, I still think Robin, man. Could you imagine, though?
I don't think so.
Like, Itachi, at least it was, even though he was conflicted and having to do something he didn't want to do.
Yeah.
But could you imagine living your life, everyone thinks you did that, and you had nothing to do with it. You're just a kid. That's wild.
Yeah.
And having to live on the run and then do things you don't even want to do.
But then she ends up... Itachi died not having a redeeming moment. He died literally with everybody still hating him and his own village resenting him.
He could have done different.
I don't think he could have.
I think he could have.
No, because
he joined the Akatsuki on his own accord.
No, because the Hokage told him it's the right decision. Hokage was like, listen, you can't come back here. And he was like, I'm accepting this. And knowing that everybody else would hate him for the rest of his life.
But why would you join the Akatsuki?
To have intel on... he's still working for the village that hates him. He's the people that hate him, he's still fighting for them, even though they won't understand. He basically, this is terrible. Jesus.
All right, here we go.
I mean,
that's it.
He died for the people that didn't love him, knowing that it's for the better of the people.
Right. Now you pull that plug. I'm in. Let's go. Go
Itachi.
No,
I'm saying Itachi. You can't say Robin went through more to me. You can't. Because he still was fighting for the people that hate him.
I guess I missed that because I had gaps in my watching.
Well, you'll see more.
But
that's the problem.
But, okay.
You'll see.
I'm still
literally,
close to finishing.
my favorite episodes in the whole show are about that, and it's like I think 12 episodes of Kakashi and Itachi's young life and how they grow up together.
So I guess to be continued. I guess okay. I'll relent 1v1. We'll see. But I do agree. There's just that's
overall One Piece.
That's why One Piece is so good, dude.
Yeah.
Naruto had to end, unfortunately, too early. did even early. I don't know if he did or not. But what I'm saying in general, One Piece has maintained the longevity and still keeping the quality, which is very impressive.
Now, all right, we'll talk more. We'll talk more.
Keep going.
Which show has better comedic moments?
Ooh.
This one's hard for me.
Oh.
I know. I feel like overall One Piece is funnier.
It's so freaking funny.
But there are certain moments in Naruto that made me laugh way more than One Piece's moments.
What is your favorite? Well, here, let's ask this side question to the question. What was your favorite funny moment in One Piece or Naruto?
Gosh, it's so many though.
My favorite one in One Piece.
There's one that Cooper always brings up that's not even that funny. Pervert camel. It's not even that funny, but like I don't know. That's the only one I can think of right now.
My favorite one. I'm telling you, I crack up every time. You have Chopper, and this is in Skypiea.
Yeah.
And his job is to guard the ship, and he's like, I'm gonna be tough. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna step up for my team, my crew. And he's like, and he's got the rape whistle. I'm going to call it the rape whistle. I don't know what it is. It was a whistle that Gonfall, not Gandalf, Gonfall.
Not Dumbledore, not Gandalf.
No, that Gonfall gave him, said, when you need help, blow this whistle. And he had just said, I'm only going to use this if this is an emergency.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he turns around, he sees the guy, the Ordeal of Strings guy.
Yeah.
And he immediately just... Yeah. And I just started dying laughing. It was so good.
Funny. Or like when Zoro's like swinging.
Oh yeah,
he's like, whoa.
So good. Or in Zoro, I'm telling early One Piece.
Early One Piece is the
so
funniest.
Freaking funny.
I actually like early One Piece more than the post time skip, like in the anime. Maybe the story's better after.
The story's better after, but enjoyable.
In the anime, it's way more enjoyable.
Just because it's so funny.
Yeah, and there's so much more of a togetherness in early One Piece.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
So, okay.
So overall, funny moments. I think it goes to One Piece just because it's so much longer.
Yeah,
and so there was more opportunity to have fun.
Now there's some really funny Kakashi moments because Kakashi's such a funny guy.
He's so serious.
Yeah, he's so serious.
But somehow he's still reading things that he probably shouldn't be.
He's always late. Like he's never on time. We all know that person like Kakashi. Like never on time, and he's like always has some excuse.
I love how serious he is, and he's reading Jiraiya's stuff.
When he convinces what's his name? To buy his food for him.
That was good.
And he's like, I'm great with words. That was great.
So good. And then also the Sasuke Naruto.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny moments in there too.
So funny. Or even like when you get Naruto kind of like growing up, that first when he's not even trying to be a shinobi. He's like early shinobi training, and
there's a lot of really funny stuff.
Sasuke throwing the stars, and then Naruto's like, I could do it, and he like about kills someone. So he's so bad. He's like,
There's a lot of funny moments, but I feel like overall, definitely One Piece for that one.
But so funny. I love it. I'm to keep bringing the comedy. We are a comedy positive podcast.
Yes, we are.
That's right.
We're positive.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're just
I'm
positive.
Big fan of the positive.
All right. Which protagonist is more inspirational? Naruto with his never give up message or Luffy with his freedom driven ideals? I'm going to go, for me, definitely Naruto, just because I feel like you can take what Naruto does and learns and put it into your life and like put about how you live better. Never give up. Be a leader. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the next generation. Don't focus on yourself.
Yeah, this one's tough because Luffy does have moments where he's really, really good, but does he have enough moments to justify it? That's the question because he does so many stupid things.
Yeah,
so many stupid things.
But freedom is a great message, but I feel like
it needs to be
pursuing your dream to never give up and focusing on the people that are next in line and growing them is more impactful to me.
I think I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think Naruto is a better, enjoyable message to follow than just because Luffy is about freedom. Let me tell you, people with freedom, we go stupid with freedom. We need to have structured freedom, structured freedom towards the right goals. We can do some things that maybe aren't the things we need to be doing.
Yeah,
So I think I'm with you on that. I think I'm going to go with Naruto and that never give up and always having good ideals, and I think I'm going with Naruto.
Yeah, I agree.
And just like even like,
he's just
the conversation,
the
conversation he has with Pain specifically. When he's down that conversation, well, how do you do it? He goes, I don't even know necessarily how, but I believe that I will find a way. Well, I will find a way. He doesn't even know how to do it. He's honest there, and he's still going to go for it. Yeah, but like those moments, and
he's like, you killed my sensei, my master. You killed all these people that I love, and I just can't. I want to see a reason to be on your side and see why you do the things you do, but I just can't. And he like says that to him.
So good. Yeah, so good. I think I'm going to go Naruto just because he has more mature moments. Maybe Luffy will have these moments against Emu and
There's a great possibility. There's so much still to come in One Piece.
And Elbaf and Loki, I don't, I mean, the only time I think, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because, I mean,
there's some
Luffy's out there beating up on Zoro because Zoro is trying to protect his crew.
It's true.
And was it not Baroque Works? I mean, what was that? What island was that? Earlier.
Was I forgot.
I can't think of what that island, but that was funny because he's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, still, that made me really mad. Also, that was a bad leadership moment for Luffy. Actually,
terrible. How about you ask your first mate why he's doing what he's doing before you just go into without thinking?
What
oh
in the
my
world?
Gosh. I think
really the Naruto versus Sasuke fight. There's a lot of moments where they're going head to head, and Luffy's like, "You're my friend. Why are you doing this?" And I'm still gonna fight for you, even though you're going the wrong way.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going Naruto.
So for me, Naruto.
Add it to the count.
Add it to the count. I don't know if there is a count really.
No, I don't know.
Which show has better villains? It's Naruto. There's not. Yeah. There's not a debate in my mind.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I hate to concede so easily. I do love some of the One Piece villains.
Put up a picture of villains and villains. Like, let's get
specific,
just so you can see where.
I think it was like I was so excited to see Big Mom and Kaido, and even though Big Mom has the potential to be so good, because she was so powerful, Oda had to write it to where, and also like Luffy didn't even have his whole crew. He only had just a few people. Yeah. And it's supposed to be more of like a recon mission, like under the radar.
Who are the best villains in One Piece? Let's think about this.
It's Dofi's the best villain.
For sure.
Has to be.
And
he's very, very good.
Best backstory almost. He has a reason as to why he's doing what he's doing. And not many other villains.
I mean, you got Celestial Dragons, Emu.
I don't think they have a reason for what they're doing.
There's just
Emu maybe.
Emu does.
Emu definitely
So I'm
does.
excited to see that one.
We'll see that one.
But
Emu's the villain I'm looking forward to in One Piece is Emu.
It's going to be, sure. I'm very excited because I think Emu and maybe Madara have a connection. I don't know yet because I don't know much about Emu still. And I don't know much about Madara too much. Yep. I know a little bit.
You know a little bit.
I'm finished yet. But at the same time,
he's at the beginning of the war arc, so it's still not. We're not.
Yeah, the villains are so. I mean, I think one of my side villains in Naruto that is very enjoyable is, oh my gosh, what's his name? He's the puppet guy.
Puppet guy? Sasori?
Sasori.
Dude,
so
Sasori's
good.
backstory is amazing.
So good.
I forgot about that backstory.
Fantastic. I loved Sasori.
That was really good. Gaara's backstory.
And he turns to be good in the
That was really Zabuza's backstory. No, do you remember Zabuza and Haku? First villains in the show. First 19 episodes.
Yep.
And you have that moment where Zabuza he realized that he was using Haku as a tool and that Haku would sacrifice herself for Zabuza.
And then you got Orochimaru, which creeps me.
Pain's the best villain.
Yeah, sorry guys. Naruto's gonna win this one.
Itachi is my favorite villain in anything.
Great anti-villain because he's kind of
Itachi, the Joker, Darth Vader. I mean,
Dofi's still good. Dofi at least is really, really good. I'm excited.
Dofi is Naruto level, in my opinion.
But outside of that,
it's like
I can't.
Hunter villains, right? They're really good. So I feel like Dofi is like in that range.
Like Blackbeard is going to be hopefully a good villain.
Blackbeard's great.
But we've seen him, but we don't fully. At least he kind of thinks about what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And he's got some plan.
Blackbeard's close. And Blackbeard's Orochimaru level in my opinion.
I'm excited. Yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that comp.
But I think. All right, so he's not seen
because Kaido's this massive beast guy, but he has no plan.
You're about to see one of the best written characters in anime. All right, it's a villain. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Or you should. I don't know. Actually, I won't put a picture to spoil, but
we've already spoiled so much. I mean,
close your ears. Close your ears. Obito. Anyways,
Okay.
Just get ready because that villain and that story is incredible.
Okay, I'm in. So yeah, villain goes Naruto, and it really isn't close. Sadly, it's not.
It's not. But I mean, still doesn't mean One Piece isn't good.
That's
like we've
correct.
said a million times on this. All right. Which animal companion is better, Chopper or Gamabunta?
Chopper or Gamabunta?
So, you want to say Chopper. I want to say Chopper. But the same thing is, he's kind of like a human at times. It feels that way. But then Gamabunta's wise and old.
I'll be honest, I don't know if you can say that because Gamabunta, that's Gamabunto, is that?
Gamabunta.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Frog guy, Toad.
Yeah, frog.
I'm going to
Toad.
pull Luffy here and just say Toad guy.
Toad guy.
Old frog, whatever.
Yeah.
He's kind of he literally has a wife that feeds him dinner. I mean, right?
Gamabunta is the one that Naruto summons at the beginning. Jiraiya teaches him to
Oh,
summon.
we're talking about the big
The
frog.
big dude, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about old frog.
That's
man.
Grandpa.
Grandpa
Sage.
Frog.
Grandpa Sage.
Grandpa Sage. No, it's got to be Chopper.
Yeah.
It's got to be Chopper. I do like him.
I love
Big
Gamabunta.
Frog. No. I like Chopper's got it. Because that's that. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree that he's more human-like. But even with that being said, he has such a bigger role. And he saves.
Well, which one's a better character? It's definitely Chopper. But which one's your better animal companion? I don't know. Gamabunta, he's so big he could take you places around the world pretty quick.
So companion like a dog.
Gamabunta like.
So Gamabunta is oh no, that's actually Naruto too. I was thinking the dog guy in Naruto. That's Naruto, not One Piece.
The dog guy?
Yeah, who's the guy with the dog in Naruto? He like smells.
Kakashi's dogs?
No, they're fantastic too.
I love Kakashi's dogs, dude. They're so funny.
No, I'm talking about the guy. He looks kind of like a dog. Has the smelling power.
Kiba.
Kiba. That's right, Kiba. So it has an actual companion.
Oh, Kiba's dog.
Yeah. That's
what's his name?
the actual definition of a companion.
Is it Akamaru?
Dogs are better
Akamaru?
than cats. Huh?
Akamaru? Maybe? Is Kiba's dog? Maybe?
I can't remember the name. I'll be honest.
Fact check.
Fact check. We'll look at it.
We've done quite a few of those.
So if we're thinking about companion as someone that sticks by your side, when you think about what a companion is, you think maybe you're right. Maybe it is because even though he's the better character is definitely Chopper.
Yeah.
But companion helping you in a fight, Chopper's not helping in a fight.
But also, you could he's so big, he could take you on a trip. He could jump across the ocean.
I think you're right. I
mean,
I don't think it's the same toad. Is it the same toad that Jiraiya uses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's that big toad.
Yeah. And he helps a lot with fighting off those dogs.
In Pain's fight? Yeah. Well,
I think you're right.
Outside of
I think
fighting,
you're right.
Yeah.
I still think the better character is Chopper.
Well, for sure.
But companion,
because Chopper has so much more to the story, you know?
Yeah, I think you're right. It is going to be Mr. Frogman.
Yeah.
I want a frog like that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
It's so freaking cool.
I'd like any of the frogs.
Hey,
I love the frogs.
Be a frog positive.
Yeah,
podcast.
frog positive podcast. All right. Which story is more meaningful to you or hits harder for you?
Like okay.
Just the story overall.
One
Piece isn't done yet.
One Piece isn't done yet.
I think you know what I'm going to say. For me personally, just
Go ahead.
because it's like, I don't know, I've learned so much from it. I have to go Naruto. I feel like the life lessons I've learned and the stuff you get to see in it is so much more meaningful to me.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite life lesson that you got?
Life lesson from Naruto?
Yeah. There's a lot.
Being a leader is having the valor to never give up and be the, what was it? What's the quote? Being a leader is having the valor to stand up for those around you or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Something that.
It's like never
good.
giving up for those around you and constantly fighting for those who you love and for your family.
And One Piece definitely has that element too with Luffy fighting for his crewmates, but there's still so many times that's.
For me, also the mentorship stuff.
Yeah.
Like where you get to see them grow their students and their students become the leaders.
And like the lessons, like with the bells, with the Kakashi.
The lessons they have. For me, it hits harder. But that's One Piece for you, obviously.
Yeah.
One Piece is like the story's broader and the characters you probably mesh with better. I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I love the One Piece story. It's so good just the journey that you go from the begining of just
having a small little boat.
You're literally on a dinghy and you come out of a barrel and then you see Kobe. I don't know. And then the connections of between.
See, we're gonna agree to disagree here. I love them both, obviously.
The journey, and then I think also I think the thing I like about Luffy is he never judges anyone. He never does. He loves people, and he gives everyone a chance until something bad happens.
True.
And he always he wants to be friends with everybody, and I love that the fact that it just knows hey, don't judge a book by its cover. But he's a very good judge of character versus. Maybe.
Well, same for Naruto in some senses because he grew up without friends and nobody loved him, and he don't judge Naruto just because he has something inside of him that has to be avoided. Mm-hmm. So I don't know the stories.
I just love One Piece.
I mean, it might be for you with One Piece, for me Naruto.
Yeah, I'm a One Piece fanboy. What can I say? That's it.
Well, which anime is better? I guess an anime, not as a. And then we'll do which manga is better too. We'll do back and back, depending on what we say. For me, I mean,
you go Naruto.
Yeah, the anime is so much smoother of an experience, and the music is the best. Like in anime, the music is the best.
Anime
the villains' voice actors are incredible. They are so good. In One Piece, the voice actors piss me off every time I hear Gecko Moria laugh. It makes me so mad.
I love the laughs.
I love the laughs. The laughs are great, but I hate how they sound. Like they sound so goofy. I can't stand
I love them. I love you gotta get creative eventually. Yeah. I mean you got to because there's so many characters.
I agree, but I don't know. The voice actors and the villains are so good.
I think when it comes to anime, because of what we've experienced in Dressrosa, and even all together, I think it's really close. But the deciding factor for me, I think it has to be the music. And
I think the pacing is the deciding factor, actually.
Not for me. It's the
pacing
music.
Throws it for me.
I feel like there's some more. I think if you could have better music in One Piece, which music is
Music's
okay.
Good.
It's good. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Overtake It is fire. I love that.
Great.
Love that song. But the problem is that's the one song.
Yeah.
I feel there's so many cool songs in Naruto. And I mean, there's he could be eating a bowl of ramen, and I'm over here tearing up because there's a sad song in the background, and it just makes me feel like the music is so good, and it makes it an enjoyable experience when you skip all the filler. So anime wise, I think I'm going to get a slight edge because of possibly a little bit of the pacing because it is quicker. We don't have like as long of a story, but. It's closer.
It's closer than you think.
It's closer than you think because of the world building.
There's 72 volumes in Naruto, I think. 72. One Piece now has 106.
I have no idea.
106.
There's a lot.
Yeah, so let's say that's like what? Not Dressrosa. That's probably. Yeah, it's probably on Dressrosa.
So all Naruto? No.
No, maybe not. I don't know. Ignore what I just said.
Naruto's.
I don't think the anime. I don't think it's close. I think the pacing is just so much better. I think the pacing is just.
I don't know.
He's out of line, but he's right.
And the flow of it, the way they do it.
I think overall, I think for the speed that it goes, if he's just. I think Naruto's very, very good. It's quick. It's not long. It's very good. It's for what they're able to do in the time that they have is very impressive. Music is amazing, but man, I just know. The commitment to excellence by Oda, not rushing a story, developing as many.
The manga, I agree.
So
the manga, I agree. I think the manga's done in a way that makes it so much better.
Okay.
But the anime, for sure, doesn't even compare to me.
Anime, I'll give the slight edge to Naruto because of music. I know that may be more for you. There's a little bit further, but manga, dude, manga's so good for One Piece. It's so.
The manga is good. I actually prefer the Naruto manga though because of the artwork and like the it's a lot more gruesome. Actually, and it's not as childish, which makes it a lot cooler to me.
Okay, we're a blood positive podcast too.
Yeah, it makes the fights intense for sure. So when they reanimate both, we'll see what both are like, what both are meant to be like.
I'm excited for that. So I think manga's better for One Piece. I think the story overall is going to be
I can get behind that.
Hopefully better when we see.
I can get behind
that's the one big question mark with One Piece is it's not finished. So you don't know what happens at the end. So I have faith it's going to be Oda we trust on this. But that music, dude. Naruto music is so good.
We're probably playing it right now in the background as we're talking.
I'm telling you, my Spotify, when you look at it, there's more Naruto songs than there's One Piece songs. So, fantastic.
It's incredible.
Fantastic. So, but
Which one does world building better? It's
And,
One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece, 100%.
It's One Piece. It's all about the world. Like the whole story is about the world around it. You know?
And I legitimately get excited when we go to a new island. Like when you see Egghead for the first, like you get like excited. Like what's it going to be like?
For sure.
Elbaf, I'm telling you, when I got to see Elbaf,
You get to see that big tree.
It was
It's
so
like, whoa.
cool, and I can't wait to see that. Like not just on manga level, but get to see it in the show.
Yeah.
I haven't made it there.
Another year.
So
hopefully not. Hopefully it's the
I'm
next
very
month.
excited. Like when you arrive in a new island, what it's going to look like. And
Yeah.
Even if I just so.
And the thought of the characters you'll meet on that island is also really cool.
And the cultures on the island. And
Yeah.
it's so cool.
So, yeah, 100% agree on that. Hey, look at us. Look.
So I think we came to the conclusion that One Piece is better. But
Yeah. I mean, they're both.
they're honestly they're too different in the story to really compare story to story and choose one as better than the other. But they're both so phenomenal.
They're both phenomenal in what they do.
Yes,
for
they
sure.
do. That's absolutely. And the music, man.
The music
in Naruto is so good. I love it.
It's my favorite.
That's it
for sure.
That's one thing I can say without the villains, music for sure.
Yeah.
Dang, sometimes I wish. And deaths. There's more deaths in Naruto. So there's some
True.
things, but
So there's more at stake, I feel like.
But hey,
well, I guess that's it for today.
that's it. Hey,
This was fun.
I hope tell us what some of your thoughts are.
What are your thoughts?
Or like maybe, hey, this guy's crazy. Frank, you don't know what the crap he's talking about.
I might be crazy.
Shanks, we already know he's crazy. He's out there just, he said he's gonna be Luffy's like idol, and he just gives him a hat and says, "You're good, kid."
Also, what characters do you think we are if we were in Naruto? We know Shanks and Franky. We all know what's
right.
going on
That's
there.
right.
But Naruto characters, who do you think we are? Let me know.
Who do I want to be?
Who would you want to be?
I don't know who I want.
I think he's Naruto.
Hey, I'll take that.
I think you're Naruto.
I'm
You're-
in on Naruto.
Just the way you grew up, you're
That's
positive,
true.
the way you
That's
are.
right.
I think you're
Yeah. So
I think you're
I'll
Naruto
take
for sure.
Naruto all day.
Naruto or Iruka. I
Which-
think
which one's
Iruka is
official? Is it,
Naruto's first sensei in the first literally.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
Saves his life.
I like him, and I like that he it starts
And
out
then
like.
hands him the popsicle moment. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I like him too. I'm in on both of those. So
For me, I don't know who I would be.
I have to think about it.
We'll think about it. We'll get back to you on the next episode because
That's
I'm
it.
sure we'll do this again pretty soon for you guys. Hey, y'all are the best. Thank you so much for joining us again on
That's
the
right.
Gadsden Grand Line podcast. A little bit different today. I hope you liked it. Comment below your thoughts if you want to comment about what you hate we said and what you like we said.
Hey, really, the Robin versus Tachi backstory, or maybe a different backstory in One Piece. I'm very curious about because I'm not
I
necessarily.
mean, they
fully
wrote 2
convinced.
whole novels on Itachi's. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, it'll be very cool to see.
Get back to us in the comments.
That's
you guys
right.
are the best. Thank you for joining us.
Super.
We'll see y'all around.